Hey folks, this is about my third attempt at this. For some reason I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I'm new at this and it only records the last like 10 seconds of the video. I don't know what's going on, but I think maybe I have it right this time. The little red light's flashing. I'm making this video because I am upset with late night talk show host Seth Meyers. His continuing to bash Donald Trump has gotten old. It's very, very tiring. Myself, and most everyone I know agrees that he needs to get off the bullshit. Because I watched President Trump's State of the Union address last night, and I was very impressed. It was uplifting, positive, and included time to recognize certain people who have done extraordinary things or who have suffered unimaginable things, especially the black couples from Long Island, I believe it was, whose daughters were murdered by MS-13 gang members. Bunch of fucking cowards, man. And all y'all look at me and you hear that, you're a bunch of fucking cowards, pussies. And you need to get the fuck out of this country. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, and I would blow your goddamn head off. Okay. Anyway, his speech impressed me, and I'm not a supporter, but I am now. And it's not that strong, but it's going to get stronger, I think, as we continue to watch him accomplish things. He's done pretty good the past year, despite personal attacks on him and lack of cooperation from Congress, even fellow Republicans. It's screwed up, man. This is America. We're not no third world country with a fucking Saddam Hussein or Ayatollah Khomeini, excuse me, or that jerk up in North Korea. This is America, man. We need to remain bonded together and unified and present that unified front to the world. We shouldn't be battling each other over stupid things. You know, like the wall. Build a wall. So what if you build a wall? I mean, so what? There's a lot of jobs that will be created for that wall to be built. Yes, it's going to cost a lot of money. Donald Trump says he's going to get Mexico to pay for it. I don't know. You know, whether they pay for it or not, that's Mox next to me. But Trump he's the art of the deal. You know, he's liable to just get it done. But if there's a wall there, I mean, already to come back from Mexico into this country, you need a passport. And so what difference does it make if there's a wall there, man? It actually will prevent a lot of unwanted people from coming into this country. I mean, I love Mexico, and I used to feel like we shouldn't even have a border. There should be like a free zone, about a 20-mile zone, where people could just enter that zone, and it would be kind of an independent country almost. But and we should have relaxed the rules for immigration. But let's face it, most of the drugs in this country either come from Mexico or through Mexico. And that's not a knock on the Mexican people. That's just a fact. And so anything we can do to stop the flow of drugs into this country, hard drugs that is, we need to do it. Now, soft drugs, weed, hell, it should be legalized nationwide, and we're working on that. You know, we have like 8 states legal now, I think, 29 with various medical marijuana laws. So the tide has turned, and it's going to change. And it's going to require that, first of all, that the feds get off the bullshit and take marijuana off of the Schedule 1 narcotics list, because it is not a Schedule 1 drug. It is not. It cannot be compared to heroin or opium or all that shit. And frankly, it cannot be compared to alcohol. Alcohol is far more dangerous You can compare marijuana and alcohol on any level, on any topic, any subject, whatever, and alcohol wins out as far as being more dangerous and damaging damn, to people. And it's legal. You know, I don't drink. I used to, and I was a real asshole when I did drink. I can walk around in the store and get whatever I want, alcohol was. But if I want some weed, I gotta go to Denver, which I did a couple of weeks ago. Show you something here. Oh. This is from Medicine Man in Denver. It's a very nice store. I recommend it if you ever go there. It's close to the airport. You take the train down to the Central Station, something like that. Anyway, bus number 42 goes right by there. It's at 4750 Nome Street. And you walk in, and man, the smell is like hydro, strong, sweet, lovely. You walk up to the counter, there's a menu. Products are displayed openly. They have everything, edibles, shatter, hash, vapors, I mean, oils, you name it, they got it. And all sales are cash. They have 2 ATMs in there, so it's all good. And when I left there, my flight was, I do a turnaround when I go up there. I stay in Denver 4 hours just to do that one thing. And anyway, I went to the bus stop and I said, man, I got to have a joint. I got some sour diesel here. So I rolled a joint up. And as I was rolling, I'm looking around, for the cops. But because I lived in Houston for so many years. I live in Temple, Texas now, but I was in Houston. And, but I realized, I said, man, everything you're doing right now is not illegal. Matter of fact, it's perfectly normal in Colorado. So get off the bullshit. But as much as I realized that to be true when I was on about my third hit of that diesel, and it started kicking in, I put it out. I was like, whoa, weed didn't used to make me paranoid, but good gracious, I started getting a little paranoid and anxious. But then the bus came and, everything was okay. Once I got to the airport, I took a few more hits before I went through security, and man, I was stoked. And I got to the waiting area to board the flight, boarded the flight, and let me tell you what, man, when that thing started racing down the runway and accelerating, and I started pressing into the seat, it was an amazing rush, because if you've never flown, or even if you have, you know that the aircraft is pretty bumpy, a lot of vibration, a lot of noise as it rumbles down the runway. But then when the second it becomes airborne, lifts off, everything smooths out. It's amazing. Flying's amazing. So anyway, back to the topic at hand. Seth Meyers, shut the fuck up about our president. You are beginning to make yourself look like you are anti-government, not just anti-Trump, anti-American, like those goddamn idiots that kneel during the national anthem. They all should have, they should be shot. Yeah, not really, but they should have their ass kicked and maybe a flag shoved up their ass. But it's okay to protest, but you have that legal right, but that's not the time nor the place for that. And on another video, we'll discuss the reasons for your protesting. You're talking about racial injustice. Let me tell you something, friend. My black friends, you think other people don't suffer racial injustice? What about the Jews? What about the Hispanics, the Mexicans, and the whites? If a black person were to walk through a predominantly white neighborhood in the middle of the night, he wouldn't be fucked with. I mean, maybe somebody might drive by and yell a racial slur or something. But you take a white person and let them walk through a predominantly black neighborhood at night, and you know what would happen. They wouldn't make it 2 blocks without being confronted or robbed or beaten. So shut the fuck up. You want racial equality, man, you need to want it for every race, not just yours. I remember that when the schools were integrated in 1969, I was in the 7th grade, and it wasn't long before certain of the blacks were demanding equality. But to them, and the biggest example, the biggest argument, strangely enough, was over cheerleading squad. The blacks believe they should be half black, half. Wait a minute. You want fair, you want equality, you want fair representation? Okay, blacks represent approximately 13% of this nation. That means if you had 100 cheerleaders, 13 of them are to be black, and that's what's fair. And over 50 of them, I think say like 66 or 67 of them, should be white. And the balance should be Hispanic, Asian, and Native American. So, get off the bullshit, dude. Understand what you're saying, and understand what you're trying to demand, because what you're demanding is not fair. It's not right, and it stems from your basic ignorance of culture and how to integrate and get along with everybody. Because it seems like so many places I go, black people are causing division. They're trying to start trouble. And I looked at crime statistics the other day, and I was just actually, it made me sad, because over half of the violent crime and crimes in general committed in this country are committed by blacks. And they, like I said, make up only 13% of the population. So you go figure. And you can't blame that on whites. Whites aren't holding a gun to your head, making you go rob that store, go beat that old lady up and steal her purse, or sell dope on the corner, fucking crack all day long on the corner. Ain't no whites or Israel, Jews or Mexicans making you do that. That's your choice. You're doing it by choice. Okay, I'll get off of it. And just to let you know, I am Jewish. And so you can talk all the white shit you want to me. I look white. A lot of Jews look white. Some blacks look white. So get off the bullshit. I don't care. You can't offend me. I'm unoffendable. You can say anything you want, because over 6 million of my kin, my ancestors, my people, my race were murdered by whites. They call themselves Nazis. And they were lining these Jews up and carting them off on train by the trainload to be executed in gas chambers. So you think somebody has suffered some bad things? Okay. Once more, Seth Meyers, shut the fuck up. Leave Donald Trump alone. Your segment, A Closer Look, is getting tired. You need to switch over to somebody else and, pick on them. And as a matter of fact, your show, man, you need to get a little bit more entertaining with it, because it's really starting to stink. All right. Goodbye.